Hello and welcome to my channel. So in this video I'm going to do a reading for this weekend. So looking at today, which is Friday the 12th of July, and looking at the energy over the weekend. Today we've had the Venus opposing Pluto. I don't know about you, I have felt this pretty strongly. Venus is the planet of love, of beauty, of relationships. Pluto is all about going into the depths, into the unseen realms, into the underworld. It's giving me very shadow work energy. Yeah, definitely really found a lot of, I'll share a little bit of my experience actually with this. Like today really found myself like looking at certain dynamics and relationships and seeing the shadowy parts coming to play. So like something I've been doing is seeing where I am judging other people, and that is about reclaiming the parts of myself that I am judging. So something I've been reading a lot about in general recently has been my relationship to other women and women as a whole, and how we can be pretty nasty to each other. And yeah, I'm really interested right now in doing this work to reclaim the exiled parts of us that we are seeing in other women. So looking at other women that we are judging, that we are maybe not even overtly, but just internally, and seeing that as like, oh, that's because they're expressing a part of them that I wish to express. And today's like had a huge highlight on it. But anyway, I know that's not exactly the purpose of this video, but I just thought, oh, there's a real correspondence there with because Venus also in Leo, which has just changed yesterday into the sign of Leo, is in my 11th house of friendships and stuff. So I'm seeing that in the realms of friendships and thinking about them, and things that trigger us are what's the word I'm looking for? The gateway really to healing. So it's been fascinating and reading loads about that and just finding that so interesting. I'd be curious if that's resonating for you. So let's get into a tarot read for this weekend, please, in terms of general energies around this weekend. As always, using Aleister Crowley's Thoth Tarot Deck. And if you like this deck, the link for that is in the description. And for those of you who don't know, I am away at the moment. That's why my background looks different. I'm in a log cabin. So that's why there's wood behind me. Okay, so general energies, please. There we go, thank you. Ooh, we've got one. I'll show you in a second. And as always, sorry. As do you know what, it's gone out my head. There's another one, thank you. Interesting. Okay, one more please. Quite a few there. I reckon one of these may come back out, but I've had a little sneaky peek. We shall see. One more please for Jen. Yep, seen that one twice now. That's the one. Okay, so I will show you them first. Here we've got the Devil. So having a look at that, seeing what's coming through. Princess of Discs. And then we've also got Prince of Wands. Okay, so interesting. We've got the Devil here. There's something about a need to reassess our commitments. I know that doesn't sound super fun. And I am feeling this energy, to be honest. We've also got here the Princess of Discs, something about getting grounded, getting clear, seeing where we are being tempted to veer off the path has been, a bit of a theme recently, I think. I've definitely felt that today. Felt very sort of unmotivated, slow, not kind of sticking to my commitments. I always think when the Devil shows up, it's like, where are you? yeah, like not honoring the commitments you made to yourself in the name of love, you know? Prince of Wands here, I think, is to help us get back in touch with what's important. Okay, so potential challenges about this weekend, please. 8 of Cups energy. Yes. So, again, this sort of feeling a bit meh. It can also sometimes mean that you need to walk away from something with this card, although honestly, it's not quite. It is the energy I'm getting from it in the sense that there's something you maybe need to leave behind energetically, but it's not giving me a sort of like you need to leave a job, you need to leave a relationship kind of energy, if you know what I mean. It's more like maybe there's some kind of thing that needs to be left behind. It's kind of giving me like a bit of a feeling of, it feels like quite a transformative weekend because of all this Pluto energy we've got with Venus. There's transformation happening, and transformation is like death, you know, like I'm almost surprised we've not got the Death card here, though I do have the Devil, which is, they're not similar, but they often come out together. Anyway, so it can be, I feel like with this and this, there's something about being called to recommit to the commitments that we have set out ourselves, that we said we wanted to do, and then like maybe we've just like lost touch with it, or not followed through, essentially, is really what I'm getting with these. So where are we not following through? Where do we need to recommit? Okay, the best part of this weekend, please. There it is. Okay, interesting. So we've got here the 3 of Swords. So with this being the best part, because obviously that doesn't look super great, sorrow, right? Although arguably you could say that, you know, every feeling has its place and we can enjoy all of it. We can enjoy the you know, the, what you call it, sorrow can actually be very joyful as well. But I think what I'm more getting from it is like moving through potentially difficult, painful experiences. This often speaks of grief, of heartache, and so with this being in the best part, it's like moving through you might come out the other side of the pain that you've maybe been in recently. Like for some of you, it feels like you've been going through, yeah, quite a challenging period. Like I'm getting quite dark night of the soul sort of energy with this. And maybe something this weekend is going to like flip, like it's like it's shifting now and we can see the other side of it. Like, you know, like this, it's about turning our pain into beauty. It's like alchemizing the pain into something like good and helpful and prosperous, right? That I'm kind of getting that. So yeah, so if you've been going through some difficult stuff, you'll be coming out of the other side of that this weekend, and maybe the hard work you've been doing is now paying off. And I don't mean hard work as in like in your job, although could manifest that way, but it feels more like the deep shadow work maybe some of you have been doing, because it does look quite shadowy. We've got the Devil here. This is quite shadowy kind of energy. And yeah, like going into the depths. And I think it's because of all this Pluto that I'm just thinking there's some shadow work stuff's coming. So that can be quite a tricky experience. And it's like, but when we go there, when we go to the depths, when we go to the shadows, then like that's when really cool stuff can start happening. We can actually manifest the things that we want. So we enter through the upset, as Kelly Brogan likes to call it. She is amazing, by the way. You should follow her work if you don't already. Okay. Ooh. Right, that might come back out. Guidance, please. Oh gosh. All right, that was quite a few. So I'll pop those back. Oh god, they've all flipped around. Sorry about that. Let me try that again. just, you know, I don't know what's going on here. They're all just flipped around. They're very jumpy. Guidance for this weekend for those watching, please. There it is. Yeah, do you know what? You know, I said I saw that before. That's the one. I love it when that happens. I've seen this 3 times now, so definitely this one. The Fool. So the Fool speaks of taking the leap. It's a few things. It's the beginning, right? So the beginning of the major arcana, which is like the 22, you have 22 major arcana. It's the very first step, and he's leaping into the unknown. So it feels like there's something about endings and beginnings. So it's like, what I'm getting with this is, let me just feel into this for a sec. It's like, treat whatever it is that you're doing with a beginner's mind. Like, it feels like you've had, again, it's quite a specific message, but it feels like some of you had to go through some difficult stuff. But now it's like you're going into a new beginning and it's all paying off. But like, more specifically, it's like you can start afresh now because you've done the hard work. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. But you might, I feel like you've needed to walk away from something, deal with some pain around it. And now, like, the world is your oyster is very much the vibe I'm getting, which is kind of nice, actually. So this feels like if you have been going through some difficult stuff, just know that like new beginnings are on the horizon now. Well done. I feel like you need to like really congratulate yourself and just be like, I did the hard thing, you know? Like, I think we're so quick to like just dismiss that, and it's actually like really important that we take a minute to be like, well done. Like, I could have avoided, but I leaned in. I leaned into the discomfort. I leaned into the fear. I leaned into the darkness. Like, as in, I went there instead of avoided and pretended it wasn't there. Like, I leaned into it, you know? So if that's resonating for you, I feel like you need a huge, like, well done, huge congratulations. Because now you've got some exciting beginnings. Love this. Okay, let's get a few more cards for some additional guidance for this weekend, please, for those watching. So yes, it's something about re-establishing what is important to you because of this here. Yeah, that's still important that we get back into alignment. Okay. Raise your vibration. Yeah, love this. Okay, so raising your vibration to me really means like embodying the vibration of that which you are trying to call in. So this is like, let's say, for example, you want to have more loving relationships, then you need to be someone who is loving, right? You need to act as though you have that already, rather than seeing everybody as like mean and terrible. It's like there's something about being an energetic match, like, and a vibrational like alignment. So raising your vibration, I don't think this is about like not allowing yourself to feel bad, but there is a difference between being in your victim story, which is like, you know, not an actual victim, but just like the victim mentality, rather than feeling like real pain. Like, there's a difference between pain and suffering. So if you find yourself kind of like ruminating, do something to shift your energy. Like, go outside, get some fresh air, dance. I think dance is like the best way to shift my vibration. Like, it really works every time. I don't know if it is more specific to women, but I know for all of my girlfriends, like, all say like, oh my God, how can you not feel good after dancing? Like, it's amazing. So if you find yourself getting a bit sort of sucked in, because there is a little bit of a, I don't know, I think there has been a bit of a sort of heavy energy recently. So just being really conscious about raising your state and like actually doing things to help that, you know, like do some exercise or something, or like go swimming. For some reason I'm thinking swimming might be helpful for some of you. Just something to sort of shift things up a bit. Okay, so I'm getting grounded because we do have the Princess of Discs here as well. And then with the Prince of Wands, I do feel like Wands is more about doing something that excites you. So like, you know, again, dancing could be something like that, or just listening to music, something that's kind of like, what's the word? Like, like, pattern interrupting. That's it. Do something to break the pattern. Yes. Got there eventually. Okay. Ooh, manifestation. Yeah, so like we were talking about before, it's like it feels like you've done the work and now you can like there's a new beginning coming, and it's going to help you to manifest something that you maybe found for a while you've not been able to bring in, but now like if you've done the work, that you will see that manifestation coming into place. Could be a good time to do some manifestation ritual this weekend as well, if that feels resonant for you and you feel like, you know what, like we're still the new moon has passed obviously, but we are in the first quarter moon phase, which is still a really good time for manifestation work. So if that sings to you, that could be something you could do this weekend, which will be helpful on the back of having done some shadow work. By the way, I have done a shadow work video if you haven't already seen it. So if you want to know a little bit more about what that is, in case you're listening to me going like, what is she talking about? Don't know what shadow work is. And I don't know how to do it, even if you do know what it is. There is a video. I'll put a link for that in the description so you can find it. Okay, one more guidance card for this weekend, please. Oh, yeah. Compassion. Love this. Yeah. Again, with this being here, the Three of Swords, being kind of like maybe having gone through some, I don't know, I'm just really getting like, for some of you, it's just you've had like some pain on your heart, and it's just about being really gentle with yourself and not sort of like, again, I know I keep harping on about shadow work, but the whole point of shadow work is to actually like find compassion for all of our parts, not just the parts that we deem acceptable, that we deem like okay. The whole thing is around deep compassion and adoration for all of us. And maybe this weekend's a really good time to like get back in touch with that, you know, like just be really gentle with yourself, and always, honestly, because we are just innocent human beings that are fundamentally sort of just a mixture of light and dark. Like that is just who we are, right? So finding compassion for all of that is incredibly healing. Okay, quite an interesting reading. So I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you have enjoyed that, liking, commenting, subscribing, all of that stuff really helps the channel, and I'll put a link for the other video in the description below. So thank you so much, and I'll see you all later. Mwah.